Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola, from the west side. Changed my background today. Happy Wednesday. Decided I needed a little more tranquil background in the background today rather than the bustle of cars driving. Have a little, waterfall. Today, I'm going to be talking about some serious stuff. Hey, 1SP. Hey, Uppity. Thank you so much. So, I didn't come on Monday. Did I come on Monday? I might have come on Monday. I don't think I did, though. And I know I didn't come on yesterday. And I know, a lot, more has come out in regards to the Tiffany Haddish situation, along with Aries Spears. And I'm probably not going to be on camera today because, this is really not about me. And it's really about the subject matter that I'm going to be talking about today. So, since, the last time I talked about this, I have had an opportunity to see the edited version of the video that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears did. And the edited version was enough. I don't need to see the full on one, but I swear vaguely in the back of my mind, I think I may have seen a clip or something of it before, because it was like deja vu. And just from what I saw, it just went really, really far. It was completely inappropriate
behavior and predatory type behavior towards a child. And whether it was a comedy skit or not, it was creepy and it was too extreme. Now, people are putting out all these conspiracy theories about, this information came out because of, the comments that Ari Spears had made in regards to Lizzo. But from, what's being said, this is an allegation that has been being made at least for a few years. And I'm not saying whether it's, whether the allegations are true or not, because we don't know. And the video by itself, I don't think is enough to put it out as being grooming. But I do think that it was inappropriate. And I do think that based on the age, at least of the boy in question, because I believe he was like 7, it could potentially have done some psychological, damage. Now, I am not a child psychologist, but things that are of that nature leave a lasting impression on children. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Angel. Now, before I go on, let me make a disclaimer. If anyone is watching this in replay, if anybody comes in on the live, if you are triggered by this type of discussion, please don't watch this video. Please don't be in this live stream, because I don't want anybody to be triggered, because there are a lot of people, especially unfortunately in our community, that things have happened to. And we're the community of keeping everything a secret. Let me see what you guys are saying. I understand when it's P. I totally understand. My son think the Lord is a grown-up now, But even when he was younger, they had material and they had, visuals and books and things that you could share with your children on the spectrum in regards to this specific, topic, so that they're able to communicate, whether they were a nonverbal or whether they're verbal like my son. But, I think the major issue in this is that I think that Tiffany Haddish, in participating from the aspect of the children were the children of her friend, that she really broke, a trust that you would have. I don't think that she was doing, I don't think that she, took, at least with the little boy, because the young lady, I'll get to that in a minute. But with the little boy, she was not on camera with any of this stuff. So as far as we can see, it was strictly Ari Spears who was engaging in this inappropriate behavior. And this is just really disturbing, because we all know about the dark side of Hollywood, be it Black Hollywood or Hollywood in general, when it comes to children. And and I'm talking about that in television, film, and in music. Let us not forget, B2K, okay? Let us remember, we know more about this happening, with the Clear children, but we know the same stuff that was happening with the Clear children that are like child actors or trying to be child actors. It's happening to our kids, unfortunately. And the crazy thing is that dealing with anything in entertainment, parents have to be helicopter parents with their kids. You have to, for all intents and purposes, if you are trying to have your child in doing this while they're a child, some parent is going to have to be there all the time to protect their child. And we don't, I don't remember Tiffany saying that any, things were done to her as a child. She had other things going on, when she was in the system. So I don't want to, I can't give her 100% grace, but I want to give her a little grace, and maybe she didn't really understand what it was that they were going to be doing, or how extreme it was going to be, at least with the little boy. Now, let's get to the situation with the young lady who was a teenager. I believe she was 14 at the time. With that situation, if what the young lady says is true, that Tiffany basically gave her a visual of what it was that they wanted her to do. Y'all, I'm just shaking my head. You know, because for most, I'll just say let me go back to when I was a young teenager. Yeah, that was the 70s. But you know, my hope is that a girl at the age of 14 doesn't know how to do that, and nobody should be showing her how to do that. And if that is what happened, then Tiffany, as a grown woman, should have known better. She should have known better. You know. And, you know, for those of you who are in other areas of the country or in other areas of the world, the plaintiffs in the civil lawsuit have now taken this to the Los Angeles District Attorney, Mr. Gascon, who is actually, they're trying to recall, but that's a whole nother story. And they would like to have both Tiffany and Aries brought in on criminal charges for this. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but someone posted, and I can't even remember who it was. Yeah, you know, I don't remember who the original poster was, but I believe that Gossip Girl posted this on Gossip Girl XOXO posted it on their tab, on their community wall. And what they showed was a picture of Aries Spears when he was young, back in his Mad TV days, next to a picture of him now. Now, for those of you who don't know what Aries Spears used to look like, let me go find a picture so I can show y'all. Because this is going to show you what those, you know, what creepy and, in my opinion, demonic behavior will do to you. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Find it. Yeah, y'all gotta see this. Y'all gonna be like, is that the same, you know, is that the same dude? And you can kind of see it's the same person. You can kind of see it's the same person.
Share my screen. Screen. Okay, let me go to so you guys can see it. Okay. Let me see if I can blow it up. Oh, maybe it might be able to blow it up. Get off of here. Yeah, nobody's trying to buy a picture of this fool. Nobody's trying to buy a picture of him. But this is a young Aries Spears. You know, back in the days when he was doing things like Mad TV. And let me close that. And then this is that, you know, person now. That's him now. Don't look so good no more. So now let me stop sharing. All right, cool. So, you know, I don't know how much you guys know about Mad TV, but Mad TV, you know, they had, you know, sketches and stuff that were they tried to do stuff similar to Monty Python. And maybe a Second City in Canada. Monty Python, for those who don't know, UK. Different, you know, but it's a different type of comedy. And some of it's raunchy. And I'm not talking about like raunchy, like cussing raunchy. I mean like raunchy, like sexually raunchy, you know, things like two men kissing. And this is not today. This is back when Mad TV was around. Do you understand what I'm saying? At that time, that was, you know, not seen the same. And someone was saying that, you know, he engaged in that kind of humor when he was on Mad TV. So I'm saying that to say that he had already been doing this type of stuff as far as pushing the envelope and calling it comedy. You know, because the sketch was supposed to be, you know, through the eyes of short eyes. But as I said, I saw the edited version of it, and in the edited version, they had to like blur out because they had the little boy in his
underwear in one scene. In another scene, he was in the bathtub. And this MF gets in the tub with him. And I'm speaking of Aries Spears. They didn't show that part. They just, did stills of right before it happened. And I appreciate the person, who has that version of it out there. I can't think of his name right now, or I would give him a shout out. But if you want to see the unedited version of it, the explicit version of it, I don't know why anyone would want to see that version of it. It's out there. I think that the edited version of it is bad enough. I truly think that it's bad enough because it shows enough for you to figure out what the rest of it was that you didn't see. I mean, and then in a portion of this video, they have the child mimicking this freaking behavior of having little eye holes cut through his comic book versus the newspaper that creepy Aries Spears does. So like my thoughts as a parent, and as, a mother, I am just kind of like at a loss for words for like, why the fuck would they do this shit? I mean, I understand that they, are, insinuating or saying that it's a shakedown, and they are both saying that they can't talk, because this is going to court and everything. And it may be, maybe it is a shakedown. But regardless of whether it's a shakedown or not, what happened was totally inappropriate. And at the very least, there should be a civil trial as they are having. I am not sure if this is something that should become a criminal matter, because I'm not sure about the quote unquote, the grooming portion of it in regards to the little boy. I do think that he, was maybe touched inappropriately for the sake of a quote unquote comedy sketch. but I pray that it was nothing that was not caught on camera. And I'm obviously going to wait to see what other information they have, because we all know that it can't just be the video. There's obviously some other stuff coming. So, but the video by itself is compelling that some improper stuff happened. Now, whether or not Tiffany Haddish actually participated in that, I don't know. Hey, Jack. Yeah, no, 1SP, you don't need to watch it. I simply watched the edited version of it because I wanted to give commentary on it. If there had not been an edited version of it, then I would have not been able to give my honest commentary about it, because I wasn't going to watch the explicit version of it. That's triggering. It's triggering for any parent. And especially people, we all know of, people in the neighborhood who you stay away from, or people in the family who you stay away from. And in conjunction with this, I'm going to speak a little bit about a situation that is going on the platform right now in regards to a YouTuber whose records have been doxxed. Their name and their records subsequently were doxxed, criminal records. And after the criminal records indicated that they as a child had done something to another child of a sexual nature. And, they went to juvenile, were on probation and all of this stuff. And the issue, I believe, for most people on the platform, in the sector that this person is in, because this is a manosphere person, even though they claim they're not manosphere. You're manosphere, dude. He's saying that he, as an 11-year-old, was convinced to take this rap for someone else, and that everyone around, including the victim, agreed, allowed that to happen, and that it was someone older than him that did it. Now, the story sounds like bullshit to me, it does. And the fact that their behavior on the platform and things that they have said on the platform, and even since this has come out, show that there's no remorse. They claim they're not numb. They're numb. Well, that means that whether you did it or you didn't do it, you have no remorse over the situation. And I don't understand people who are rallying around this person, because that's some sick behavior that you did as a child. And I don't believe that you didn't do it, because you ain't gonna tell me that the police are that stupid and that gullible. I'm not going. My head does not screw on and off. I'm not going. I'm not going. So, behavior over the last few days is just where this person has kind of panel hopped, saying this story and saying they don't want to talk about it no more. And then, when confronted about stuff, still giving this BS, claiming, like, well, what is all this doing? Well, here's the thing. People's issue is that, nigga, you are just acting like your shit don't stink, and you have no effing remorse or empathy, and we not going, nobody, we not over here believing you. And you can convince them ones over there who I'm totally, my head is just like blown off, are believing your bull. And stop your arrogant, narcissistic behavior around here, acting like, well, I ain't going nowhere, so what, and then acting like you can get on here and talk about people who have been SA'd, and nigga, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, you have nothing to say on this. You just need to go around people who want to be around you. And then what did I hear? That you think that you got information on 40 people on here, and talking about you going, what are you threatening to put people's information out? Is that what you're threatening to do, dude? Really? That's a punk ass move. All this, people falling down into, being over in your chat and cash app. You cash apping money to the person, you're making the perpetrator the victim. I'm confused. You believe in this bullshit this man's saying? Y'all windmilling for this man? This is just insane as I don't know what. Just, and see, the thing is that I know, in our community that there are so many children who have been touched inappropriate and it's covered up. And yes, in many of those situations, it was an older child who did it. I remember a little girl that lived in my neighborhood who was like 5. And these sick MFers that was like, I don't know, 12, 13, did something to that little girl. She was messed up inside. And I remember community, they wanted to kill those little boys. So, you know, I mean, I grew up maybe in a different time period, you know, because the scary thing is that you're not much older than my son. When you did this stuff, or when you were convicted of this and charged of this, you know, my kid was like in the same age range as the child, as the victim. And we don't know if it was a boy or a girl. Which is another reason why people got their eyebrows raised. Hey, Callie Jane. How are you, sis? Hey, All Heart. Hey, Kitty Lickable. This is crazy as y'all know I don't like to cuss that much on here. That's not how I am. I try to keep it to a minimum because we monetize our videos. But this is just crazy as I don't know what. With all these people, now don't get me wrong, I can, but we're not trying to do that. We're trying to use our words well right now. It's crazy to me that all of these people are believing this nigga. I'm sorry. Like, it's, you know, and that he could come. He's not even convincing. It's like, y'all can't see all the holes in this daggone story. You know, this not the kind of stuff that an 11-year-old is going to take the blame for. You know, this is not like some gang initiation. I'm just not believing the story. I'm believing that he did it. And I think that's the issue is that you're putting out this cockamamie story that ain't nobody going for, dude. And that's why a lot of people like, let me fall back from this nigga, because he on some F-ish. You know. Shouts out to the people who are speaking up. You know. But as somebody, you know, who knows about, you know, situations that happened when I was younger with kids, we know about the, you know, hide and go get it and all of that kind of stuff. But, you know, teenagers or preteens are not playing with primary school kids. Y'all not even mixing. So, you know, the whole story of how it happened, you know, all that is, you know, your account is bull. It's just bull. We ain't going for it. You know. And we are still in this Saturn retrograde until October the 22nd. So we are still in the season of karma. And, you know, you may think, sir, that, you know, because you served the time, that was your karma. But apparently, you know, see, the way the karma works is it comes about until you learn. And, you know, maybe that wasn't enough karma because you have no remorse. You still talking crazy, you know, in a you know, up under women's clothes, talking crazy stuff. So, yeah. That is a bit predatory. You know? So I don't know. What you out here trying to prove by going around here doing this old stuff. Now, I will admit that conversation with David Johnson, now that one, yeah. That one was an interesting one because you wasn't doing all the rah-rah. That's probably because you didn't have, you know, people up there talking, you know, protecting you, you know, going at people because they didn't believe your freaking lie. I'm not gonna believe it either. You know. So you gonna come disrespect me too, sir? Call me something crazy? I don't believe it. I don't believe what you said about this. That part. Except the fact that you know, went to juvie and all of that. But your version of what happened, nah, we ain't going. Too many holes in your story. Too many holes. And that's probably why, you know, all of those on the platform, you know, in this side of YouTube, ain't even discussing this whole situation. You know, they like, I don't have nothing to say. I'm saying nothing publicly, you know, on those platforms, you know, because truthfully, you know, at this point, doing an analysis of you, you know, and of your mindset back then would be difficult. But they could pretty much see that based on that and how you're acting right now, that you didn't learn shit from that. We can all see that. We can all see that. So, let me see what you can say. People have been riding. I know people have been riding with his buffoonery for years. You're right. And then the crazy thing is to me, is that he tried to twist this thing when the stuff came out and saying that, people had his information and are just now putting it out. But the people who are putting this information out are people you did something to. Like, you're a doxer. You've doxed people, now you've been doxed. And, you're thriving on this attention, but more and more people are not believing what the F you're saying. And I don't think I think that you need to stand alone in this, and nobody needs to be windmilling or helping your ass at all. You need to be solo dolo on this stuff and ride through this storm of your life by your damn self. Ain't nobody needing to be getting out there, jumping out in front of the bus or under the bus for you. Hey, Terry. Hey, Annie. You on some, it's... I've tried to hear you out, but I can't, because it's just a bunch of bullshit. I'm just sorry, sir. I can't. I'm too old for the BS. I'm not going. I can't go for it. All right, so we've talked enough about this nigga. We have. And that was rounding out, us talking about, deviant type behavior, because that was definitely deviant type behavior back then. And, hey, you're displaying stuff that's similar to that today, sir. So why would I not believe? Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about, you guys, because I know I don't be on here for hours. I don't do that. I come on and say what I gotta say. So I want to give you guys updates on King David and his job. He's been doing really, really good, you guys. Getting up, going to work first thing in the morning. He hears me talking about him, so he's about to come down here because, he's going to make me turn on the camera. Come on, hurry up before I get off. I will come on camera for a minute for you, so he can say bye to y'all. All right, hold on. Come on, sit down first before I turn the camera on. Sit down before I turn it on. Okay, let me see. All right, let me push that back. Let me turn this around. There we go. Hey guys, say hi.
Say hi.
All right. And he's still in his work clothes.
Of course.
He's gone. All right, so now I'm going to go off camera again. Yeah. So, because I don't want to have this light on. It's hot. That's the main reason I'm not on camera. It's like having this. And because my content wasn't about me. I didn't get to see me for me to be talking about what I was talking about, serious matters. But King David has had wonderful, wonderful, reviews from his job coaches. He's doing good on his job. This is going to be the first job because the way that this employment service that he's with works is that he gets better, social skills and better job skills. He gets to work at better jobs. He's starting out feeding the homeless at a homeless shelter. Not a homeless shelter, but at a church. And I think that they're going to have him to work at a dog, like one of those dog kennels or something, working with, dogs that are up for adoption. We'll see how that works because, how David is with dogs, especially little dogs. He can't. He's like afraid of little dogs, but not afraid of big dogs. He doesn't like the noisy dogs that bark a lot. And I'm like, you are so much bigger than them, and you're afraid of this little thing that's nothing but a ankle nipper. But he's been doing good. He's been getting up early in the morning, getting himself ready with coaching from mom, making sure he has his lunch every day, and because it's been so hot, he's, had to have like 2 bottles of water so he can stay hydrated. And they're talking about more hot weather this week, but he's doing good. This weekend, y'all, he's going in to do a psychological assessment. So Social Security can verify that he still has autism and still qualifies for his freaking SSI. So, I guess this is the 10-year thing, whatever. So that's where we are. So he's going to go do that. And, all they'll do is validate what we already know. That hasn't changed. He still qualifies. But, we're going to go through this because we have to. And I believe that the regional center that he's with is also going to do updated assessment because they have not done an assessment of him since he was 3. And, if she is still in the chat, I want to say, congratulations to Uppity. Uppity has been on her journey to getting a proper diagnosis. And as of a month ago, she has gotten her autism diagnosis as an adult. I knew that she was on the spectrum. She knew that she was on the spectrum. But now she has the quote unquote professional assessment that she is on the spectrum. And she's considered quote unquote, high functioning, which is more of what they would have considered, I guess. They used to call it Asperger. So she's more Aspie. But, now I just want to say that now that you've gotten that, hopefully that will help you, sis, in better understanding yourself and, getting, support in the autism community. So that's just my actual, official, congratulations to her. She posted something on her board, on her community wall, and I know that people have been, giving this girl the blues for quite some time in regards to her self-assessment of autism, but at least, she was intelligent enough to know something was going on with her, that, she continued to pursue until she was able to get the correct diagnosis. And as I've spoken to you guys about before, it is extremely difficult for people of color, and that's not just Black people, that's brown people as well, and Native Indigenous people as well, to get a diagnosis of autism. It's harder as adults, but it's also hard as children. And so I just say congratulations to you, and I just pray that you continue, on your journey of self-discovery. But anyway, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. I will be back on Friday, hopefully. I should be on Friday. I should be back to, just Monday. I kept thinking I was going to come on and I enjoyed my holiday. What can I say? I was off of all my jobs, including my YouTube. But I was around, and there was so much fire in the streets. And I'm not even going. There's other fires going on. We've got the MU situation that, that saga just continues. Maybe I'll talk about it on Friday. That came to a head of sorts today. So we'll see. I'm sure she's going to live tonight and, do what she's going to do. But anyway, you guys, thank you everybody for coming through. I appreciate you guys for supporting. Thank you to anyone who comes through on the replay. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Please hit that like button. If you aren't already subscribed, subscribe. Trust me, you will like my content. It's not just about live streams over here. Anyway, you guys, I'm out of here. Let me go find my outro. Okay, let me come on camera. All right, you guys, let me turn on this light. It's so dark. See, I told y'all. All right, you guys, I will see you guys on Friday, hopefully. But until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Bye, guys. Where'd it go? Oh, bye.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.